Hey guys, it is Julie Saillant. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back, family. So glad that you're here. um, I've just been going through this damn retrograde for these 4 planets, and it's been crazy. But I've come out of it. Thank God. It was tough. But I missed you guys a lot. And what I wanted to do today was something different. And I am going to be combining the three master numbers. So today, if you don't know who I am, my name is Julie Saillant. Thank you so much for being here. I am a communicator, I am a seer, I'm a channeler. I help people find their soul purpose, what they're here to do on planet Earth, reconnect to their gifts and their heart space, and basically hand you a manual on how to get into alignment to really change your life and do what you're here to do, right? Because each and every one of you made a soul agreement to come here, to be here at this particular time and space on planet Earth. So what I do is awesome. I love doing it. I love helping you guys. And I'm also, as I said, an animal communicator. I talk with animals that have passed as well as those that are here, people as well. And if you need me, all the information is below in the description box. And here on this channel, we don't go by zodiac signs, we go by master numbers, right? Numbers, numerology in general, right? So it's all done by your birth date, your date of birth, meaning your month, your day, your year. And you can check out some of the other videos. I can put like a link to which one would be the best one to watch if you've never done that before. But this particular video is for the master numbers. There are three master numbers. If you do not know, there are 11, 22, and 33. Master numbers have the distinct pleasure of, we've been around for quite a while, right? We have rebirthed quite a few times. We've lived a lot of lives. And that means that we are a bit more illuminated. It also means that we have some extra shadow work to do. We have much, I wouldn't say larger, but it could be larger and a combination of more difficult things that we need to manifest into the world because we've been around the block and we are older. If you are an 11, 22, or 33, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We have been through stuff and fought a lot of our own battles by ourselves. And these three numbers, master life numbers, I'm an 11. Um, I'll tell you something, they're so close in so many ways, right? They're different, but the baseline for each of them is pretty close. So I was born this way, right? I was born being able to feel people's energy, to see where you have stuck energy, to see where you need to shift, what needs to be changed. I basically can take negative energy or stuck energy out of you and then bring in source and light, spiritual energy to move you forward and help you on the path to alignment so that you can vibrate higher, right? And then everything will start coming towards you instead of you trying to pull things towards you, which is a lot harder. The goal is just to stay in flow, right? Keep it simple. Because when you're in flow, everything works for you and it seems much easier, and it is, right? Because you're doing what you're created to do. And I can tell you that a lot of you are now starting to remember why you're here, right? So I thought today what I would do is something I wanted to go, I'll go over each of the attributes and shadow sides of each of the numbers. But what I did was I did pull some cards, some oracle cards for each one of the 11, 22s, and 33s, because what's happening is I got some hits and some downloads for each of you. And it's what I'm hearing right now from my clients and from the collective, and what I'm hearing in terms of for my archangels and my guides right now is the messages that you need to hear. So again, this is for the collective. If I channel some messages, I'm going to ask all your ancestors to come through. It's timeless. And you know what? If hopefully something works for you and you hear something and you're like, yes, exactly, that's totally me. I need help in this area. And if not, maybe the next one will. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because I read every message, every comment, and I always respond to you guys. And I love doing this. And this is what I do. This is like my full-time thing. And I love helping. So it's awesome. So let's get going. So for the 11s, right? You guys are amazing. I'm an 11 too. We are family here. I always think of us as what we are, which is we are the most empathic of all of the signs. We feel things deeply. There's a lot of layers to us. It's like peeling back an onion, right? We're super deep. And you guys, as well as myself, were the master spiritual messengers, right? This is what we're here to do. We're here to bring information to the masses, to those that have not woken up yet. And if you are an 11, you probably all your life have felt very uncomfortable. You may be a starseed, you may be Palladian, you're definitely empathic, you're definitely intuitive. When we go into situations like large crowds, if you're at a show or a big party, right? It's not that fun for us. Okay. And the reason is because for us, instead, most people go in, have a drink, chill, whatever. That's awesome. But for us, we like feel everybody's energy, right? So I can feel if you are upset. I can feel if you're happy. I can even feel your pain if I want to. And that is hard for us. And because of that, we need to process things and it takes us time. So going to a party or a big sporting event can be really difficult for us. It takes a lot out of us because we have to end up protecting ourselves and our energy, right? So that we don't get all the energy vampires. And sometimes even that's difficult to do. So sometimes being out in public places can be really hard, which is why a lot of us need a lot of downtime alone, right? We need to go into the ocean. We need to be amongst the trees and nature. We really need to just ground ourselves, and spend time processing and understanding that there's so much out there that's not our stuff. You were only made to carry your own stuff, nothing more, right? And I know that through this pandemic that a lot of you have really started looking at your life and thinking, why aren't things working the way they were, right? You may have had a job for a long time and all of a sudden it's not working. You may have been with somebody for a long time and all of a sudden it's not working. You're like, I don't understand. And what's happening is you are ascending, you are transforming. So you're basically moving up, but the people around you are staying the same, right? So you've got this trajectory where you're going above and they're straight. And then that's a mismatch, right? It's like a misfire. The things that you used to talk about with people don't work anymore, right? And then we get tired of dumbing ourselves down to fit in, right? To be with everyone else. And hopefully this resonates with you. This has been my life story, and this is why I know it so well. And this is why I really want to help people, because I suffered so much, personally, professionally. I self-sabotaged, and I thought, you know what, if I can help other people, that's what I need to do. So this is the chance for you to think about where you are and how you can move forward in a way that's comfortable for you and powerful for you, because the goal is not to dumb down, right? I mean, let's face it, you're not doing the world any favors if you're acting stupid, okay? And the other thing is that a lot of us have a difficult time with boundaries because we're people pleasers, because we care so much about other people and we really want to help them. But what that does is it's self-sabotage for us, because we're saying yes to things we shouldn't say yes to. We should say no to, right? Let me know if this is somebody out there I know is picking this up. So let's just do this. I want you all to just get comfortable. I want just you to take a deep breath in with me real quick. And as you do so, I want you to just focus on your heart and expand your heart. So take a deep breath in and focus on opening your heart. Deep breath in. Open your heart and then let it out. Take another deep breath in and open your heart. And then let it out. I am on your side 100%, 1,000%. And what I thought today was I was getting when I was really kind of thinking about you guys, the 11s, was you have a deep fear of your gifts, right? I really want to ask all of the ancestors, for the people that are watching right now, and this is timeless, to please come forward. I've got all of my guides, my archangels. I'd like to bring in my guides, so give me 1 second. So thank you all for being here. And if you all don't know what I'm doing, I called in my archangels already. I've called on spirit, on God, whatever works for you is cool. And then I've also got a ton of animal guides and totem animals that help me, and my ancestors as well as your ancestors, to give you channel messages. What I've been hearing from my clients really loud and clear and the collective lately is that You have a fear of using your gifts. You have a fear of being who you are, and you are suppressing who you are to fit in. Okay, here we go. Oh God. What's happening here is my throat's getting clogged up. Now, there's nothing wrong with my throat. I just got to pull this out. If you ever get clogged up, right, with your throat, with your heart, I pull energy out. You just pull it, right? Pull it out. So if my throat chakra is starting to close up, that's because a lot of you out there are having a hard time speaking your truth. I recently had a dream about this where somebody was trying to kill me because, see, that's crazy. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with me. I was fine before this. What you need to understand is that when you are ascending and you are transforming, your light grows, right? You're changing, you're getting stronger. The enemy does not want your light to grow because you'll touch more people and you'll heal them. And more people understand where you're coming from and they'll get it. So this is exactly what's happening to me right now. I was fine before, but when I start talking about your gifts, a fear of using your gifts, a fear of suppression, right? Of not being able to speak your truth. And this is something that we have to fight through all the time. And what happens is, yeah, the enemy's going to come in and kind of close my throat chakra, like, no, you're not going to talk. And I'm like, screw you, I'm talking today, right? Because I roll with a team that's deep. I've got archangels, I've got God, I've got spirit, I'm protected. I'm highly protected. And I want you guys to know this too, because the angels are reminding me to tell you, you guys are protected too. There's two things here. One, you guys think you're alone. You're not. You're never alone, right? You have your ancestors, you have your angels, you have whoever you believe in, whether it's God, spirit, the universe, your higher self, whatever it is. You have that, but you must ask them to come in and help you. And I say this in every video, and I'm going to keep saying it until you guys get this, because it's your power pack. Without this component, I'm not connected. If I'm not connected, I'm out here by myself dangling, and that's not fun. You have no support. And you already probably feel like you don't have support because you feel like nobody gets you, right? Because you're constantly changing and constantly processing. But there are people that get you. I get you, right? And there are lots of us out here. So the more that we can come together and help each other, the better. But my throat chakra was closing up because what I was hearing was you have a fear of moving forward and saying and talking about your gifts, and you've been suppressing them, right? I suppressed my gifts for decades, a long time, because I was afraid no one would understand me. I was afraid no one would get me, and I got in my own way. And then finally, after 2 years, it was like, I have to do this. It's not about me, it's about you. And everything that I have and any power that I have comes through me. I'm the bridge, right? My superpower is being able to see you at your highest and greatest. And that includes using your gifts to help others. And as I always say, it's for the win-win-win, right? It's for the win of me helping you, you helping someone else, and we all help each other and we all help the planet, right? So I always say there's nowhere else to go. Seriously. You're suppressing your gifts. You're saying, I want to go here, but when I ask you how, you're going to say, I don't know how to get there. And then you're going to close down. And it's a vicious cycle over and over and over again. I don't know how to get to where I want to be. I'm so tired of being here. I'm so tired of doing the same thing all the time. I'm so tired of self-sabotage. And years and decades have gone by, and I know I should be farther along, and I don't know how to get there. And I feel you. Like, I feel you. I feel you because that's my life. That's my life. So, but it's time for you to change. And to do that, you need to dig deep and look into yourself and understand that you are a divine being. You are limitless in capabilities, and you can do anything you set your mind to. And you have to believe it, right? And the only way you can derail yourself is if you derail yourself, if you self-sabotage. So how do we self-sabotage, Julie? Well, you've actually got to start loving yourself and understanding that your gifts are freaking amazing and not a curse, because I always thought mine were a curse. And actually, I'm always completely honest and transparent, sometimes to the point where it drives people crazy. But for me, I was actually scared of my gifts because they're powerful. I come from a really strong line. I've had my ancestors done a lot of things, and they've been condemned for it, killed for it. And I just felt all this power from my grandmother and my ancient, I was like, I'm scared. There are no manuals to your gifts because everyone's different, right? But luckily, there's people like me or others that can help you along the way. What they want you to know, no matter where you are. I'm totally seeing a girl who's listening to me and she's really upset. She's watching TV. She's in her house all by herself and she's crying because she's like, somebody finally freaking gets me. And I'm like, I get it. But that's just the first step, right? The first step is you've got to understand that you were built to do this. This is paramount. Before you can start working with your gifts, you've got to understand that all you need to do is remember who you are. You're a limitless being who can do anything. You signed up for this as a soul contract to be here right now, but you're still living in a 3D world in this 3D body, right? And here's the thing, you can do anything, but you have to believe it. You have power, and I can teach you how to call your power in, right? But you also can lean on your guides, your ancestors, but you've got to put up boundaries and you've got to protect yourself. You've got to protect your gifts. And you may think that they're something that you shouldn't have, but you were born with them. It's a gift, right? There's no failures, only lessons. So you got everybody got 3 cards, and the 3 cards that I picked for you are the first one, just they fly out. I don't look at them. And the first one I got was the whale, and that's breach, right? If you guys have seen whales, obviously we love our whales. They are magnetic. They're just majestic, right? Everybody loves them. They're rare to see, which is what you guys are. You're 1 in a million. You're a diamond in the rough, or just a diamond shining at this point. And you're just going to get brighter and stronger and stronger. And your gifts are going to grow. But to do that, to see this beautiful whale come out of the water, breaching the water, right? The whale has to make an effort to move all this tonnage from the water underneath to above. That takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy. But there's a reason for it. And my reason is that the whale wants to see the sunshine and give the people a little bit of a like, hey, we're here doing this together. You're not alone. You're never alone. Never. I felt alone all my life. I know exactly what you feel in terms of you can be by yourself. You can be with a lot of people. You can be at work. You can be working out. You still feel by yourself, but you're not. When this whale breaches, she's also gathering information, but she's also exposing herself and being super vulnerable. Look at this picture. If you guys can't see it in the audio, she's basically coming out. I get a she. I'm getting a blue whale. That's what I get. And so she's doing like a backflip. So her whole underbelly is exposed. That's vulnerability right there. But she's in complete control, right? And that's what you guys have as gifts. You can be in control of all your gifts. You just have to learn how to work with them so that you're not afraid. All my clients come to me afraid because they just don't know how to work with it. And I get it. But together we do it and you'll learn. You also got autumn equinox release. Now this is the summertime. We're not here yet. But what are you holding on to is what they're showing me. What are you holding on to? What old patterns are you holding on to that are no longer serving you? Maybe it's the I can't do this. Maybe it's the I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough connections. Maybe it's the I'm afraid of being alone. Maybe you have abandonment issues, right? Maybe you don't trust people, right? Am I going ding, ding, ding? I'm checking all the boxes for you guys. How do I know this? Because I'm you. So simple. Sometimes the most simple things are the most profound. And all you need to do is remember who you are and remember that you were built to carry these gifts, period. That's it. You were not given your gifts if you couldn't use them, right? It's just the way it works. Now, using them and kind of working with them and then being like a ninja with them, that's a totally different story. But what I'm saying is that if you have gifts, and I know you do, stop being so hard on yourself. Don't be afraid of them. Understand that they were given to you on purpose to help you, to help others, to help animals, to help the planet, right? So stop being afraid, right? And just lean into this. And because what's your other choice? Your other choice is you're going to put yourself in a prison and you're going to be unhappy. And you're going to be basically making everybody else happy because you're going to be people pleasing, but it's going to cost you everything, right? Because when you people please, they're happy. They just go along. Hey, having a great day, right? And you're sitting there going, oh, shit, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this job. I don't want to go to this party. I don't want to, I have my reasons. I need to protect myself. I don't feel safe. This has to be resonating for somebody. I could feel it out there. I can feel you guys. You're afraid. And I understand that, but there has to be a time where you step in and say, I know that I don't know everything, but I know that I was built for this. I just have to remember who I am. I'm a freaking awesome person with great gifts. The last card you got was clouds and shapeshifting. We are super good at this. If you're an 11, nobody needs to even teach you this. I say this kind of joke to a lot of my clients, which is we're like invisible people. And I know some of you may not get that, but let me tell you, I've spent my entire life almost being invisible. Like I can be right here and somebody will walk right in front of me like I'm not even there. And I'm not, I mean, I'm 5'8", right? Hello, I'm here. It happens all the time. I used to get so pissed off about it. But now I've come to the point where I'm like, this is an asset. This is an asset, right? You can, some of you shapeshift into animals. You can, a lot of you travel, astral travel at night. I do. You can go to different galaxies. You have amazing beings that work with you that you may not tell anybody what they are. You know, snakes, deer, wolf, some that are mythical that I don't talk about. Some stuff you need security clearance for, and not everybody has that. So I got to keep it somewhat general, but just know you guys are special. You can shapeshift into anything you want to be. And I actually created professionally, I was really good at showing people only what I wanted them to see. That's kind of one of the things that we do really well. I will show you what I want you to see. Nobody ever will get all the way down to know me because it's just too many layers and you're the exact same way. And that's okay. But to go through life being afraid of your gifts makes you feel vulnerable, uncomfortable, you're suppressing everything, and then you just shut down. Don't do that. Please don't do that, because you are gifted and talented, and I need your help out here. There's stuff coming on the planet that's happening already, whether you know it or not. And we all have to be shining and holding the line and helping each other. All right. So 11s, I love you guys so, so much. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'm here for you anytime. And I hope this helped you. All right, let's go on to the 22s. So welcome 22s. You guys are pretty badass. I'm an 11. This is for all the master numbers. You guys are the master builders. You know who you are, right? Act accordingly. I'm getting t-shirts, like seriously. Like, remember who you are, act accordingly. You know, you are amazing. You guys turn ideas into reality. You love to help people, absolutely, but your shadow is in the mistrust of what you know to be true, and that's that you're gifted. Do you believe me? I know there's a lot of you out there going, yeah, I'm not gifted. People used to tell me this all the time. You're so gifted. And I'd be like, no, not really. My coach would say, when she found out that I could speak to animals, and I can speak to animals far away in any country, I can speak to you wherever you are. Once I have your energetic signature lock, I can speak to you anywhere. And I'm sure a lot of you can do this as well. It's just like energy, right? We just work with energy. We just find energy and I just identify you. my coach said to me, you can talk to animals. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, what does it sound like? What does it look like? Like, they give me images, they give me words. We have conversations just like I'm talking to you right now. She's like, what? Holy shit. That's like rare. And I'm like, whatever. So I don't take compliments well. I'm still learning in that department. And she's like, wait a minute. You have something amazing here. What you're doing is amazing. No, very few people can do this. You need to really think about this and own this. And I'm like, well, maybe. She's like, no, maybe. And I'm telling you this because I'm thinking of you. There's a lot of you out there that are just like me. And I'm telling you what she told me. You're amazing. Your gifts and talents are beyond what anybody else has. Every one of you is significant with significant gifts, whether you're using them or not. And by the way, if you're not using them, they won't go away. They're just going to wait for you. But you do have free will and you can push them away, because I pushed mine away for decades, right? All your ancestors are telling me, please let us help you. Please let us in. Some of you have just gone the other way and you're protecting yourself so much that you won't let anybody in at all. And that's not good. You've got to let your walls down just a little bit, just crack open a little bit so that light can come in. Think of it that way. You don't want to live in a dark cave all your life, because you were given gifts to help others and yourself. Listen, I can tell you with certainty, when I worked in the corporate world, I was so unhappy. And on paper, it was perfect. But inside, I felt like I was dying every day because I wasn't using my gifts. And I knew I had a bigger calling. So if you're doing that, step out now. It's a time, right? So I'm going to go back to the question again. You're super gifted. You can do anything. Do you believe me? I'm getting this. Julie, that's okay for you. I'm like, no. You're freaking gifted. You can do anything you want. You have to remember who you are and act accordingly. Please, because I need you out here to help me. And the more that you're in your gifts, the happier you'll be. So how do you get in your gifts? Start meditating, asking your guides to come in, and then having conversations with them. Make a list of what you're good at with no ego. So I can sit here and say to you, right? I'm a channeler, I'm a seer, I speak with animals, I speak with humans that are here or have passed. I can see into you with like a laser, and scares the shit out of most people, unless you can say to the point where you're like, I'm so unhappy, I need help. I'm raising my hand, I need help. And then I'm going to go, I'm only looking into you to help you, to bring out what's great in you and support you while you do it. And I'm going to hold space for you while you do it, right? You are amazing. You're talented and you're gifted. Your job as a master builder is to turn your ideas into reality to help other humans, to help the human race. And you're freaking awesome at it. But you're not awesome at it if you're sitting there going, I'm paralyzed. I don't know what to do. My heart is closed off because I've been hurt so many times. Man, a lot of you, I feel this for you. You guys are, your heart's closed. It's closed. And that leads right to your soul. Your heart knows before your brain does. Everybody thinks it's the brain. Go to the Heart Math Institute if you want to see things for like hardly anything. They've done so many. It's all about the heart. And your heart has a bigger field than your brain. And the heart knows before the brain, which is why when I heal, I always go for the heart. I don't go for the brain. The brain is what screws you up. You know, it's like that interview and you're like, this job's going to be so awesome. I can't wait to get in here. It's such a beautiful place. I'm going to make lots of money. It's going to be awesome. And you're sitting there and you're all dressed up. And all of a sudden you get this thought in your head going, it's not going to work. And you're not going to be happy here. You're like, shut up. Shut up. And you hear it again. It's quiet. It's not loud. It's like, okay, but you're not going to be happy here. Just letting you know. And what do? You walk out of there and you're like, I'm not going to listen to my heart and listen to my head. I need the money. It's a good place. 6 months, 1 year later, what happens? Self-sabotage. You're so unhappy. On paper, you look great, but you didn't listen to your heart. right? You are gifted beyond. You've got to start owning it, stepping into it. If not, well, your other choice is free will, and you can certainly push it away, but I wouldn't recommend it. You got 3 oracle cards as well. The first one, spring equinox, rebirth. This is your chance to change your life by saying, you know what? I have made a lot of mistakes. There aren't mistakes, they're just lessons, not failures. I want to start stepping into who and all of what I am. I want to step into my gifts. I may or may not know what my gifts are, but there are people that can help me find this. And I can also ask my guides and spirit to say, what are my gifts? Rebirth is essential for all of you to start moving into your gifts. Your ancestors have been waiting so long for you. Why do you still hesitate? Get out of your own way. You are sick in your talents. Genius level shit. This is unicorn shit. These are unicorn vibes, right? I'm an iridescent unicorn leader. That's what I am. Somebody gave me that. I'm like, yay, I'm rolling with it. We're all unicorns in this area. Masters 11, 22, 33s, we're all freaking unicorns, which is why people don't get you. They don't understand you. And you know what? In the beginning, we cry about it, be upset about it. And now I don't even care anymore. My job is not to convince you that I'm awesome. And your job is not to convince anyone else that you're awesome. Just know it and roll with it. Just roll with it. But it will take a rebirth, which is letting go of all the stuff that doesn't serve you, right? To make room for the stuff that will serve you. You also got stone people. Whoa. I don't make this up. Holy shit. Vigilance. This reminds me of Stonehenge, right? In England, those big stones that they have. Nobody knows how they got there. They're in a pattern, obviously. Their ancestors, obviously. A rebirth will take vigilance because you're going to have to undo the stuff that's not working for you and bring in the stuff that is working for you. And as I always say, you guys, I want you to remember this, the cups, right? So you've got your physical cup, right? You've got your emotional cup. You've got your energetic, spiritual cup, right? All these cups must be full to lead to abundance. And abundance isn't just revenue and money. It's about love. It's about joy. It's about finding happiness in life and allowing yourself to be who you are and express yourself. Your ancestors are telling me right now that so many of you don't express yourself because you're afraid that you'll think that nobody will understand you. You'll think that your gifts are shit. You think that you're not ready. And they're saying every single one of those scenarios is complete. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You're a master number. Get with the program. Wake up. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Don't sell yourself short. You got this. You're amazing. No one's like you. You're deep. You're awesome. You're here to do things. Stop mistrusting yourself and your gifts and start trusting. Okay, here we go. What would your life look like if you started trusting instead of pushing away? I got to write that down. Thank you so much, everyone. What would your life look like if you started to trust yourself and others instead of pushing people away and your gifts away? I'll tell you what would happen. All the doors would open. All the doors would just be like, and walk through like a boss, coming through. Lastly, dawn, new beginning. I don't make this up, right? You've got a rebirth here, which is a rebirth that's going to have to happen for you to change, for you to start accepting yourself and loving yourself. It's going to take vigilance, right? You're going to want to get there. It's going to take time. You're going to have to let go of the stuff that doesn't serve you with new thoughts, new mindsets that serve you. I am strong enough. I have protection. I have gifts. I may not know how to use them all right now, but I'm going to work on it. I can Google it. I can try and practice myself, and there's people out there that can help me. all these new beginnings that you create. Stop mistrusting yourselves. And by the way, they're asking me to mention perfectionism runs in all of the master numbers. There is no such thing as perfection. There's just not. And I believe that my entire life until my teacher, when I was riding my horse, said, there is no such thing as perfection. I'm like, what? There is. She's like, nope, there's not, because your idea of perfection and my idea of perfection are two different things. And even if you have perfection, it lasts for like a millisecond and then everything changes because nothing stays the same. So just let it go and be yourself. Okay, guys, I love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave me comments. All right, because I always respond. I'm happy to do this for you and I love you all. Thank you so much. All right, we are moving on to the 33s. You guys, welcome. So glad to see you. Hope you got through retrograde okay. I know it was a bitch, but we made it. You guys are the illuminated nurturers. You're the master teachers. Obviously, you love to nurture others. You love to help the planet. You are very self-destructive if you're not in alignment. You're protective of yourself. You're critical and you're a perfectionist. Awesome. As this falls out. They want you to know there's nothing you can't do. Why are you hesitating? Somebody out there works with kids. They have a very special bond with kids, especially special kids. And you love working with them, but you don't know how to even like, you can't see a way that you could like make it like a reality that you could work with kids all the time and you'd be so happy. And not the same thing, same scenario for someone who works with animals. Same scenario for someone who wants to speak. But every time they try, their throat chakra gets closed and then they think, I can't do this. Or sing. There's somebody out there who's amazing, amazingly talented singer. But every time you try to sing in front of somebody else, your throat just closes and you just run away. I know that I was that person. All of this leads to self-destructive ways and tendencies. You are the type of person where everything has to be in alignment, right? You have to know exactly what's going on. And it's only because you want to be prepared. And I get that. I'm the same way. But they're asking if you could just be a little less critical of yourself. If you could just give yourself a pass, if you could let the perfection go, you'd be a much happier person. You'd be so much happier. I hear this. I know, Julie, but I don't know how to do that. I've been this way all my life. I'm tightly wound. I get it. I get it. But I have learned, have fun, right? It's about balance and harmony. You can't work all the time and not give yourself a break. You can, but you'll break down. If you are not in alignment, you're not going to be happy. You get in alignment by connecting to spirit, your archangels, your ancestors, your totem guides, your animal guides, one by one, and start reaching out and saying, I need help. Please come help me. For protection, for wisdom, for love, right? To make a difference. Listen, you're 33. You're a master number. I'm an 11. I just stuck to the 22s. We're all in this together. We have to do this together. It's a win-win-win. If I help you and you help me, and then we help someone else, and then they help the earth, we all help the earth, it's a win. We can save the planet. We can help the animals. We can help the people. But most of all, you have the chance to be happy in your own skin and love yourself no matter what you look like and no matter what you've been through. Even if you've been through wars and you're broken, you can still win. You guys got 3 cards too. And again, I don't make these up. These are oracle cards. I can't make this up. The first one's volcano volatility. You guys are volatile. I was going to say volatile motherfuckers, but whatever. It is what it is. And that's a good thing. Sometimes people, if they don't understand me or know me, most of the time I'm very happy, but I can go 0 to 100 in about 1 second. It's a common thing in my family. Common. My sister's the same way. My dad was the same way. That's not good, because what happens when that does happen, that does occur, it means that you're very volatile and you're always reacting to things instead of being proactive, right? The better way to do it is to think about things and ruminate and try to make the best decision, because we want to make the best decision with the information that we have at that time, right? When you're volatile, you're always reacting to other people, kind of like a ping pong ball, right? Or you're just going back and forth. But like, you know, I was watching Wimbledon today, back and forth, back and forth. And there's one player that's being proactive, and that's pushing the ball, that's controlling the game. The other person over here, they're just reacting. They're just running back and forth, back and forth. What do I do? How do I hit it back? What do I do? It's exhausting, right? You don't want to be that person. You want to be the proactive person that's controlling all this shit. This is what you want to do. And you can do it. You're a master number. You control things. But the way that we go down the slippery slope is we lose confidence in our abilities. We get overwhelmed. We get energy vampires suck everything out of us. We have no boundaries. We're people pleasing. And then we're self-sabotaging. We wonder why we're so tired all the time. You don't want to be volatile. There's a time and a place for everything. You want to be stable. Your ancestors can help you with this. But they're asking me to remind you that you can use volatility to your advantage. And the way to do that is to make it work for you. Meaning, take all that energy and use it for good. Use it for yourself. Use it to propel yourself forward. Use it to understand your gifts, right? You also got this is crazy. You got the meadow, and this is vulnerability. I mean, look at this. You got the volcano, volatility, and then you got the meadow, right? Vulnerability. One picture, the volcanoes erupting, everything's going crazy, nuts. Next picture, beautiful wooded area, lots of flowers, calm, happy. Vulnerability. You would think that'd be total opposites. Volatility, vulnerability. When you can use anything around you that's volatile to your advantage, you will get to vulnerability. Here's how. Think of yourself as if you're meditating. The goal here is that no matter what's going on around you, you know, sirens can be going off, books are falling down, people are calling you, whatever. You're sitting here with your vortex, just calm, calm. Nothing's happening. It's like dirt off your shoulder, right? I'm good. I'm relaxed. I'm in flow. I'm in a flow state. I'm happy. I'm relaxed. I'm proactive. And no matter what somebody throws at you, no matter how mad they are or whatever they say, you're not going to react. It doesn't serve you unless it serves you at that time. And sometimes you have to react. But most of the time, if you're reacting, you're not in control. Hey guys, sorry about that. Last but not least, this is the most amazing thing. You got lightning, you got power. Like I said, I can't make this up. You got power. So you take the volatility and the reactiveness when it's appropriate, right? Of the volcano. You've got the meadow, which is super calm, and vulnerability occurs. So you've got the volatility, right? And that leads to, yes, you're protecting yourself, but you're also showing strength. Sometimes you need to show strength, right? Vulnerability, the complete opposite, also helps people understand you, right? By you taking the time to slow yourself down, just explain what's going on. How you react is different than other people, but it's okay, right? That leads to power. And you have it in spades, whether you know it or not. And it's time to access it. I always say that for me, I have quiet power, but I have power. And so do you. You're 33 and you're a master number. All master numbers have power, every single one of them. To what degree? It just depends on if you're using them or not, right? All right, guys, I hope this helped. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment. I love you all. And I'm so thankful that you're here for every single one of you. And hopefully this resonated with you. If it didn't, hopefully the next one will, right? Thanks so much, guys. Take care.